Happy President's Day, Americans. And just a reminder, Donald J. Trump is your president. Hi, I'm Tommy, and it's time for Final Thoughts. Today, we celebrate President's Day, a day dedicated to all who have served their country as leader of the most powerful and greatest nation on the face of the earth. We celebrate great presidents, we celebrate marginal presidents, and we even celebrate not so great presidents. But sadly, we don't celebrate almost presidents. Sorry, Hillary. Today, and likely for the next 5 years, we celebrate this man, the man who came down the golden elevator on June 16, 2015, and changed the course, direction, and trajectory of this country. Promises made, promises kept.
Our country is in serious trouble. We don't have victories anymore. We used to have victories, but we don't have them. When was the last time anybody saw us beating, let's say, China in a trade deal? They kill us. I beat China all the time. All the time. So we need people. I'm a free trader. But the problem with free trade is you need really talented people to negotiate for you. If you don't have talented people, if you don't have great leadership, if you don't have people that know business, not just a political hack that got the job because he made a contribution to a campaign, which is the way all jobs just about are gotten, free trade is terrible.
Promise made, renegotiate a trade deal with China. Promise kept. But what about border security and immigration?
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're not sending you. They're not sending you. They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people. But I speak to border guards, and they tell us what we're getting. And it only makes common sense. It only makes common sense. They're sending us not the right people. I would build a great wall, and nobody builds walls better than me, believe me. And I'll build them very inexpensively. I will build a great, great wall on our southern border.
Promise made, build a wall, and finally fund border enforcement needed to protect and defend this country. Promise kept. But what about Obamacare?
We have a disaster called the big lie, Obamacare. Obamacare. Yesterday it came out that costs are going for people up 29, 39, 49, and even 55%. And deductibles are through the roof. You have to get hit by a tractor, literally a tractor, to use it, because the deductibles are so high, it's virtually useless. It is a disaster.
Promise made, repeal Obamacare, get rid of the unpopular individual mandate. Promise kept, sort of. Yes, we still have work to do on Obamacare repeal and replace, but we are a heck of a lot closer, and the individual mandate is gone. But what about foreign relations?
Nobody would be tougher on ISIS than Donald Trump. Nobody. I will find within our military, I will find the General Patton, or I will find General MacArthur. I will find the right guy. I will find the guy that's going to take that military and make it really work. Nobody will be pushing us around. I will stop Iran from getting nuclear weapons, and we won't be using a man like Secretary Kerry that has absolutely no concept of negotiation, who's making a horrible and laughable deal, who's just being tapped along as they make weapons right now, and then goes into a bicycle race at 72 years old and falls and breaks his leg. I won't be doing that.
Promises made, crush ISIS, rebuild the military, pull out of the horrible Iran deal, work to denuclearize North Korea. Promises kept. But what about jobs?
We have people that have no incentive to work, but they're going to have incentive to work, because the greatest social program is a job. And they'll be proud, and they'll love it, and they'll make much more money than they would have ever made. And they'll be doing so well, and we're going to be thriving as a country. Thriving. It can happen. I will be the greatest jobs president that God ever created. I tell you that.
Promise made, bring back jobs and boost the economy. Promise kept, big league. Yes, that would be almost 4 million jobs created since Trump took office, more than 400,000 manufacturing jobs since his election. New unemployment claims recently hit a 49-year low. Black and Hispanic unemployment has recently achieved the lowest rate ever recorded, and Asian unemployment hit an all-time low since 2003 in May of last year. Unemployment for Americans between 16 and 24 years old has recently hit the lowest rate in nearly half a century. Millions of Americans have been lifted off of food stamps. This is a man who vowed to make America great again, and with each passing day, minus a few stumbles along the way, he has managed to do just that. Now imagine what he could do if he got the support from the rhinos in Congress, who seem to be just as determined to stop him as the Democrats. President Donald Trump, today is your day, and we thank you for fighting every day to make America great again. Those are my final thoughts from LA. God bless and take care.